Welcome back. You know, Amy, when I was a kid, I remember hopping on my bike and jumping over things and jumping off the roof of the house and play fighting with my brother and thinking, man, how cool will it be to be a stuntman?
And do you still do those things?
No, I got older and smarter, so I no longer do that. But tonight, we're going to talk a little bit with a gentleman who does that stuff for a living.
Yeah.
He's a stuntman and a stunt coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. JD Ayers.
Yay.
Hey, girl.
Nice seeing you.
Nice to see you,
It is a pleasure to have you on set with us. You know, just to get started, just tell us, how did you get into doing film and being a stuntman?
Well, you know, I saw, when I was younger, about 11 years old, I saw an action movie and a car wreck, and then somebody walks away from it, and I couldn't figure out, and I couldn't wrap my brain around that. So as a kid, like you said, you jump off the roof, you wreck your bike, you go speeding down the street and making ramps. And so that's pretty much how I got started in the whole thing. And then when I was old enough, I went to stunt school. When I was 18, I went down to Los Angeles, which was Kim Kahana's stunt school at the time. And after that, I did that for a little bit and then went to San Francisco, which at the time was called the Bay Area Stuntmen's Association. And so I learned under those two veterans, and it got me more and more into doing the stunt work. So,
how fun is that? So you have been doing stunts since what year?
Since I was 12 years old.
Since 12,
yeah.
But professionally since?
Probably 18 years old, 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
Prior to that, we do high school production stuff. You know, you take your grandfather's old, you know, Super 8 movie camera out there with the 3 lenses and has no sound whatsoever, so if you get hurt, no one's going to know. And we would make these little short ninja movies and stuff like that. And what was really cool about the ninja movies is that I would wear a mask and I was getting killed over and over and over, but you would never know that. It was just another guy that just fell or got killed. And so that's what I was doing. I was, you know, was heavily into martial arts at that time, so I had the agility to climb trees and everything else.
Wow, and you don't have any broken bones. Well, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Have you had any broken bones?
That's a good question.
Which is really ironic. I was talking to a lady back here, and I've never broken a bone doing stunt work. However, it gets better. Somebody breaks into my apartment, I catch the guy, and we had an altercation, and I broke this knuckle.
That's
okay, so
really?
The barroom fights don't work? I don't get it.
Wow.
As long as it was on his face, then I guess it's a good manly story.
It's a good manly story.
There you go. There you go.
That's the only time.
So what is it that you love about the stunting? I mean, what drives you to do that? Because that's a different type of an individual mentality. Yeah.
It's adrenaline rush, I guess you would call it, because when you do something that normal people don't do, or you take a risk like that, you get an adrenaline rush. Like my first high fall, which was at the time 40 feet. So you're going off this tower into an airbag, and when you look up after you land, your heart is racing like no other. And so you get that adrenaline rush, and it's like, wow, I want to do it again, you know? So I guess, in a sense, we could be considered adrenaline junkies, but it's not like that anymore. It's more of a scientific thing now for me, because I've been through all that as a young person, getting the rush. So,
tell us about, you know, one of the more memorable projects or stunts that you've done.
There was a movie. It called for the killer to throw a victim off of a yacht. And it was much too dangerous to do for a female to do it. And at the time I was working on the set as the coordinator and the special effects guy, and I had a small bit part in there. And so I ended up doubling the girl, which was a redhead. I think we have a picture of that. Okay. And it was in the Delta at 11 o'clock at night on a yacht that was 9.5 feet. The rail was 9.5. I had to go over this rail in the middle of December.
Oh no.
So I'm wearing nothing but a summer dress. I hate to admit this. Okay, I get it.
Okay, wait.
But it was the most interesting stunt I've ever done. And I had to stand there for 20 minutes while they were prepping, and I'm freezing. So we get it, I'm in a red wig. It gets better. And so anyway, the director, right here. This is the sequence right here. That's Louis Mandylor, who plays Jack in the movie In the Eyes of a Killer. I double for an actress, Shauna Harrington. And as you can see, I'm just wearing a summer dress.
That dress is not exactly slimming.
I know. Yeah. And so he threw me over, and there was concern whether or not I was going to come back and hit the boat. But I told the producer, I said, there's no way, because it comes down like this. Right. And they threw me off, and I hit the water, and we had the DART team out there.
The what team?
The DART team, which is underwater rescue and team.
I love that.
And so I was supposed to thrash around for 30 seconds. Not happening. Okay. Within 15 seconds, I was almost frozen to the point to where I couldn't move. And they threw a rope. I just grabbed onto the rope. They dragged me in. Wow. And it was kind of scary. But oddly enough, it was warmer underneath. Until I hit that surface, I didn't start freezing. It was warmer underneath. I don't know how it worked, but they dragged me out and got me to the dock, and that was quite entertaining.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at some of the other photos that we have.
Yeah.
This one here is preparation to do a back fall off of a 25-foot part of this old cannery. If anybody's familiar with the old, I guess, soup cannery, Campbell Soup Cannery, before they tore it down. This is where the character will do a back fall, and it's about 20, 25 feet down. And that pad is only about 6 by 10, roughly. So I'm not seeing what I'm going
we
backwards.
Have a clip of that?
I don't.
Is that the one we have the clip of?
Did you have the video?
I think we do. Mr. Director, can we see the clip?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh.
Cut.
Of me hitting the boxes, it sounded like a 12 gauge going off when I hit it. It echoed through the whole cannery.
I was just going to ask you, what is underneath there to...
Oh, there's a pad. It's a crash pad about yay thick, and it's 4 by 5. That's underneath the boxes. The boxes are held together by a saran wrap type of thing, you know, like when you're doing pallets and whatnot, to keep it together. And then there's one of those workout pads that goes on top. When I went in there, they had to pull me out because I was stuck like a glove, like a baseball into a glove.
Wow.
So I was stuck there. The two guys were instructed to pull it distance-wise if I shot it too long, or push it in. So there was a little movement. I was dead on, and they literally had to just break it open and pull me out because I was stuck like this.
Wow. So JD, okay, so doing stunts in the film industry, is it a small niche family of folks, of you all that do this? Because it really does take, let me tell you, it seems to me like it takes a special person to do this.
It does. It takes a different mindset.
Yeah.
It is a small family, usually about 200 or 300 stuntmen who constantly work.
And women.
Huh?
And women too.
And women too. A lot of stunt women. They've been getting into the business more and more, and now it's at the point to where the stunt women are doing their own. They're doing the doubling for the females. Before it was the guys that were doubling, but now that there's more and more females that are way better than some of us guys, they do an excellent job, and they're constantly training every day, even with the guys.
So your training, give us a picture of what is that like?
Oh, like when we work out, we'll do fight scenes. We'll practice timing, throwing, judo flips. We'll practice high falls. So we would get up on a tower, and they would constantly perfect their high falls. Of course, we would get higher and higher. And we do car hits. We'd have a car, and there would be no glass in it. It'd be like kind of a board, but the driver could see, and we're just doing them slow. And just speed up a little bit, speed up a little bit, speed up a little bit. And so it's constantly, doing rolls, dive tuck and rolls, back falls, everything. And it's just like when you're like a gymnast. They practice constantly to stay on their game.
So I know you've done different types of stunts. We're going to take a break here in a minute, but before we do, I wanted you talk to me a little bit about your stunt bucket list.
Yeah.
Just give us an idea of a couple of the things that are in your stunt bucket list.
I want to break my high fall record. It was 72 feet. Ooh. I want it to break it by doing an 80-footer, which is equivalent to jumping off an 8-story building. A full fire burn, which means that I would be totally encased in fire. and burning for a short duration, hopefully. Oh, we forgot the extinguisher. Sorry. I like to crash a few more cars and do some more stair falls.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the audience is going to have a chance to ask Mr. Ayers a few questions about being a stuntman.
All right.
So we'll be right back.